What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody had a good new year. Hope everybody was safe. This is my first video of the year. Actually, I was working on one, but it just kept coming out too damn long. And I'm not trying to hold anybody up for no more than 20 minutes or 15 minutes if I can. So that one might have to wait. I might have to make that a two-parter, three-parter. But this one here, it's a topic that me and this guy were talking about. He's cool. He's a neighbor of mine, and we were talking about why the SNY gangs, how did they grow so fast, and why did they grow so fast, and we're just coming up with different scenarios, and it became not an argument but a debate. It became a debate because he was saying it's because of one way, and I was saying it's because of my way, the way I thought. And this is the way I thought. I'm gonna break it down to you viewers or listeners, and let you guys think about it for a minute. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty accurate, you know. And my thought is this. Okay, back when I started getting locked up, when I started going into county jail, and when I first went to prison, um, when someone would get themselves caught up in the politics, um, and they got rolled up, they got removed, well, they would have the opportunity to go somewhere else and clean up what they fucked up, and then keep pushing. And now, from the looks of it, to me, the things that I hear and the people that I talk to with these SNY yards. See, when I was in prison, I don't remember an SNY yard. If there was one, there was very few, and you hardly heard about it. But I'm thinking, or my theory is this: the SNY yards started growing and growing, and the SNY gangs started forming. And I believe it's because of the prison politics. I believe it's the people pushing the politics um, were pushing their own people out. And let me give you an example. Let's just say I'm representing one thing, and I'm putting myself on the line. I'm jeopardizing my date. I'm jeopardizing my life, and somebody can get hurt, somebody can get killed, and I could be giving up my whole life for this certain group that I'm representing. Now, let's just say I'm representing it to the fullest, and I rush a group of people, and 4 or 5 of them, I'll put a little bit on it, make it sound more exciting. 4 or 5 of them, I rush them by myself, and I whoop them all. I beat the shit out of them. Okay, now I just did something for what I'm representing. I did something that I could be proud of, and my homies could be proud of. But there's a catch. One of the dudes that I beat up that were in that other group, one of those guys was the niece's boyfriend of the person in charge of my group. You follow me? Like, whoever's running my group, um, his niece's boyfriend is one of the guys that I whooped his ass. So he tells the niece the story, and the niece tells the uncle, and the uncle tells the niece that he'll look into it. He'll find out what happened. Well, he finds out that one of those guys was the boyfriend, and of course I was the one that whooped his ass. Now this is his favorite niece. He'd do anything for her, and sometimes it's just there's an image and there's a reputation that you have to live up to. So he tells the niece, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it." Well, he finds out it's one of the guys that I whooped on. So now he has me removed. You follow me? And in this day and age, from my understanding, if you're removed, you go to the SNY yard. And this happens a lot. Trust me, this happens. Man, it seems like in there your own homeboys just want to make you look bad for whatever reason. They want to make themselves look good, something, but it happens fucking every day. Dudes get crossed up for whatever. And there's a lot of favoritism. So that was the example. That was the scenario that I gave him. And the scenario he gave me was people, they just didn't want to do it no more. They just dropped out. And I was like, no, that's not it. Because people aren't just going to go to SNY yard just to go, because it's going to stay with them for a long time. Now that example that I gave you guys, that happens all the time. I seen it for myself. I seen guys get removed because another person didn't like his style. And I seen a guy get removed because he used to like to play basketball. And the person didn't like, I guess he didn't like anybody that played basketball. And they were, they were Mexicans, they were our own race. And it was like anybody that played basketball, he thought of differently. He didn't like them. He used to say they used to act like they were black. And I didn't agree with that at all, because I liked playing basketball. Only he wasn't a part of what I was a part of. So he couldn't say shit about that. But I just, find out because I communicated with people. People would tell me what's going on, and or something would happen, and they would tell me what happened just because they feel like they have to tell somebody. Or they would tell somebody, and then somebody, eventually the story gets around what happened. But yeah, this guy didn't like nobody that played basketball. And it was weird because at the same time, nobody liked this guy. But it's all about whose ass you're gonna kiss, put it that way. And sometimes there's a lot of these guys in there that's all they do is they want to smut somebody up. They want to get something. They want to find out something about somebody else. And sometimes there's nothing there. And it just goes and goes and goes on. And eventually, people start believing that there's something there, and the guy gets removed. He don't have no explanation, can't explain himself. It's just this person didn't like him. And it happens a lot. And so I believe that's why these SNY gangs started forming. And I believe that their own group is responsible for it. You know, eventually, you know, you push somebody away, and they're still living their life a certain way. They're still gonna live it that way. Only they're gonna live it, you know, with another group. And another thing that happens is this happened to me, but in my case, I didn't get rolled up. Somebody slid a kite and basically told on me. But somebody gets dope. I was getting dope. I was pushing that shit. And people that I didn't fuck with kind of had a feeling that I was hitting dope whenever I wanted. Okay. And they wanted me to hit for them. And I was like, nah, I don't fuck with them like that. I told the person that asked me, I told him, nah, I don't fuck with them dudes like that. You know, and if they want to do business, they're gonna have to put the money up front, and that's just gonna be a lot. It's gonna be expensive, you know, because for one, I know they don't give a fuck about me, and two, I don't give a fuck about them. So it is what it is, and if they don't like it, you know, I ain't going nowhere. And so they start, you know, I knew they were mad about that, and but they weren't gonna do nothing. I knew they weren't gonna do nothing because I had the dope. I had motherfuckers back in my play. And in order to get to me, they would have to answer to them, because if they would try to do something to me, and I'm the plug of the yard, and they just fucked it off for everybody. Now nobody's hitting no dope, nobody's hitting nothing. Um, then motherfuckers gonna be mad at them, and so that's why I knew that, you know, they weren't gonna do nothing. Not that they were scared, but they would have pissed a whole bunch of people off, including their own people. And so I told them, no, I don't fuck with them like that. And about a week later, they come and got me up. I told this a little bit about this in my last story. Um, yeah, so they got me up, and they, you know, put me in the hole. They asked me about drugs and all that shit. And, you know, no, I don't know what you're talking about. They asked me about the female that was bringing it, which was a CO. I said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody's just talking. I don't know. People are saying stuff, and they're just thinking stuff. But no. So that right there, shit like that happens all the time. People are gonna hate on people. People are, they just have it in their blood that they want to find some smut on somebody. They always want to make somebody look like they're no good. They want to find a flaw in somebody. They don't like them for some reason. They don't like the way they comb their hair. They don't like, you know, the way they act. They don't like that, you know, how they talk. So, you know, they're quick to judge somebody else, and I guess it makes them feel good about themselves, um, if somebody gets removed. I don't know. I've never. I don't know how those people think, but that was just what me and this other person were talking about, and I just use those are examples because I've seen it happen before, and I've seen, you know, homeboys in the same car. One don't like the other one, but if you look at them from a distance, they act exactly the same, and they dress and walk and talk exactly the same, but they don't like each other. Like, I don't understand it, and that's why I believe that's the reason why these SNY gangs, the SNY yards, have, you know, flourished, and these gangs have flourished everywhere. Is because at some point this is what happened to these guys, and that's why I don't really use the SNY yard. I don't really use it against these people that went there, because I know that, or I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, that they got crossed up in some kind of way. Not that they weren't no good, not that they um, um, told on anybody. Not that they had funny charges, you know, but it could have been something just as simple as somebody hating on them. You know, somebody hating on them because they had the bag, and they thought because they had the bag, they're supposed to get them high all the time, you know, for free. And, you know, that's not how it works. So, you know, what do? They try to smut them up and get them removed. And of course, these individuals are going to fight back. So once they fight back, then it's, you know, and now they in this time and age, that time and day, that's what I see happens is once you get removed, that's it, you're done. Where the last, you know, when I first started, you know, if something happened and you got rolled up, then they want to see how you respond. They want to see if you're going to hit the yard again. You hit the yard again, and then you know, you hit the person that hit you, or you hit an enemy. You know, you clean it up for whatever happened, and basically you that's what they used to call it. You know, you cleaning up your shit. But I guess once these SNY yards started, once they got removed or got hit, they got sent over there, and that's it. They never came back. They were like, fuck it, you know. So that's just my little video for the day, for right now at least. That's what I think made these SNY yards so big and made these SNY gangs flourish. You know, when I was doing time, I don't think any of these SNY gangs were even thought of. I mean, I could be wrong. You know, either I wasn't paying attention to something, or it was just starting out and it was so small that nobody was talking about it. But these people, they got so much hate. General population has so much hate for the SNY people, and they're the ones that created them, and they're the ones that pushed them out. They never give them a chance to go back. Either that, or these guys, they never thought, you know, well, I'm gonna hit the yard again, and if I get stabbed up again, I'm gonna come back again, you know. And that's how it used to be. You know, you got hit, you hit the yard again. If you got hit again, you hit the yard again. If you got hit again, you hit the yard again. You know, or when you hit the yard, you hit them back or something. You always had a chance to come back, unless you were a chomo or something, or just a plain informant or something. But if it was something over dope or something that happened on the yard, you got a chance to come back. Either you're gonna come back and you're gonna hit that person back, or you're gonna hit, you know, somebody that's on the list and clean that shit up. It wasn't like you're gonna go to this yard, you're gonna go over here and you're gonna stay there. You know. So that's where the debate kind of started. Now, did these guys just didn't want to go back and try to clean that shit up, or were they given the chance to come back and clean that shit up? And I'm thinking that they weren't given the chance to come back and clean up their mess, whatever they got themselves involved. You know, could have been a dope debt. You know, and how it used to be is, say if one of my homeboys got in debt over dope, and you know had to go. You know, it's either he go or the whole car is gonna get in a fucking wreck. And he was already told before, you know, stop getting that shit fronted. You know, if you can't pay it, don't get it fronted. Okay. And we had to whip his ass. Once we whip his ass, that debt was paid. You know, so I don't know how it is now. But that's how it used to be. Or if somebody got hit because they fucked up, they got hit, that debt was paid. And times must have changed so much that that it's different now, where these guys, they opened up these yards for them, and they went over there, and a lot of them over there for bullshit. A lot of them never had the chance to come back, and which the ones that didn't want to go back, if they had the chance. Now, if they didn't want to go back and try to clean that shit up, then I can get why they looked at so bad. But if they were never given the opportunity to go back and, you know, clean up their mess, then why is there so much hate, you know, against those, when at any time anybody on GP can end up on that side? You know, all it takes is for one person to smut you up, and that person know the right people to back his play, and you'll be on that side. So it's just my thought on how that works. You know, anybody that's been doing time recently, you know, if you comment, you know, share some light with me. You know, it's been about almost 15 years since I've been in there. You know, and I don't know it all. Especially nowadays, I don't know it all. I don't know what it's like. So if you got any comments, you know, help me, and you know, teach me. I'm always willing to learn. With that being said, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike. You know, that'll just help me out to get better. Share with your family and friends. Help build the channel. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you. And hit the notification bell so you're notified when any other video comes out. With that, as always, hope everybody's in good health. Hope your kids are in good health. Hope your kids are safe. I'm out. Peace.